What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jerica, and I would like to welcome you to a random Friday video. Bet you didn't think I was gonna come back and do another one. First of all, before we even get into this, can we talk about my lipstick? Oh my god, I got this for Christmas, and this shade of red is awesome. Like, I love the way this look on camera. But anyway, today this little video is gonna be short and sweet on this Good Friday for y'all. I want to talk about concepts that we all thought was biblical, but they really ain't. Let's get into this, shall we? So anyway, I don't know about y'all, but I was raised in the church, and there are a lot of things that I was taught growing up that aren't actually biblical. And I think that this rings true for almost everybody. Like, there are some things that people tell you are in the Bible, and you never thought to look for yourself for these things. You just assumed it was there because other people, so many people say that it is, but it's really not. And I just want to discuss a few of them today. The first thing I want to talk about is, everybody said Eve ate an apple in the Garden of Eden, and that's what made the whole world go to poop. That's not true. Like, even in art around the world, they depict the fall in the Garden of Eden. They depict it as her and Adam eating an apple, and that's not true. Cause like, even when you see it, they have like a snake and it's wrapped around an apple. She ain't eat no doggone apple. First of all, the Bible states that she ate fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, not an apple tree. We have no way of knowing what kind of fruit this tree created, like, because it was the only tree of its kind. Like, there ain't no orchard of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Like, there was only one tree, and it's in the Garden of Eden, and the Garden of Eden is blocked off by a giant flaming sword and a cherubim. So you can't get to the Garden of Eden at all. Like, it's being guarded as we speak. It's being guarded by a cherub. So, and a flaming sword. So you ain't about to go see the Garden of Eden. You ain't gonna see that tree. And I'm pretty sure that it wasn't no apple tree. The tree of knowledge of good and evil and apple tree are not the same. So we don't know what kind of fruit she ate. She just ate fruit, not an apple. But that is taught everywhere. Like I said, worldwide, even depicted in art, is depicted as an apple. Homie, the fruit from that tree probably don't look nothing like an apple. So, I mean, that's just a concept that we all been taught. But it's not biblical at all. That's not in the Bible, y'all. She ate fruit from a tree that we have no access to. Okay? It's like saying, it's like, oranges don't grow on apple trees. So why would you expect an apple to grow on the tree of knowledge of good and evil? It doesn't. She didn't eat an apple, homie. Okay. The next concept is, Jonah was swallowed by a whale. This one, it is depicted in almost everything that Jonah was swallowed by a whale. Like, VeggieTales, when they told the story, they said it was a whale. And even some translation of the Bible, they say whale. But in the original text, the original Hebrew text, it says great fish. Now, human logically speaking, a whale is probably the only sea living animal that could actually swallow a human whole and they might survive. Because, The big blue whale, they're massive. They're huge. They're humongous. But that's human. That's logically speaking. We talking about the Lord. Like, when the Bible say great fish, this could literally be a supernatural being that God sent in the form of a fish to swallow him. Like, this probably isn't even an animal that we have seen before, because, like I say, the Bible say great fish. And the fish that swallowed him, it really could have, like I said, it could have been the only fish of its kind. And once it swallowed Jonah, that fish probably didn't even exist no more. Like I said, it could have been an angelic being in the form of a fish, and he just rested in that thing's belly for however. Because even if Jonah was swallowed by a whale, he ain't resting in that thing's stomach. So I imagine this had to be a supernatural being that swallowed him, for him to be able to sit inside of it and pray. Because think about this. Let's just talk about the human body. Our stomach is full of acid. When we eat food, our stomach basically boils that food down, destroys it, just so we can pass it through our bowels. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it can go through our intestines and all that. So imagine the makeup of a whale's insides. I highly doubt that a human being can sit in there and live. I really don't. That is why. But I mean, I honestly don't think that Jonah was swallowed by a whale. I truly believe that this was a supernatural being that God crafted to show up in the form of a fish to swallow Jonah. And that was its only job. And the reason I believe that is because the messenger angel Gabriel showed up in human form to Joseph and to Mary. Angels don't look like people, y'all. If you ever read the Bible, their exact descriptions, most of them look like animals. Like, the elders of heaven are described having an eagle head and ox head and all that. So when Mary and Joseph was talking to the angel Gabriel, he was in the form of a human. That was not his true form, because they don't look like that. So I do believe that the fish that swallowed Jonah could have been an angel that God sent in a fish form. And this probably was a fish that was one of a kind. There was not no more of this type of fish. Because, I mean, I just don't believe it. But once again, the original Hebrew text does not say whale. It says great fish. And the way God operates, hell, it could have been a goldfish to swallow Jonah. Because God does that. God is not like us. Our logic and his logic are not the same. It does not match. Our minds could never compare to the mind of a being that created an entire universe. Okay? This is my last one. This video real short and sweet. The last concept that we thought was biblical, but really isn't, is Samson being jacked. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever people tell the story of Samson, everybody imagines that Samson is very muscular. And that's not biblical. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he was muscular, because when you read the Bible, you have to pay attention to the context clues. And there are so many context clues that show that he might not have been a very brawny, muscular looking man. So in the biblical context, you know, whenever Samson showed strength, people were surprised. Now, if he was a brawny, muscular man, no one would be surprised that he is strong. Like Goliath. This dude, Goliath was 9 feet tall, big, burly guy. Nobody would have been surprised if Goliath flipped the car over, because he looked like he could flip a car over. I believe I believe that Samson was skinny and scrawny. And when that dude ripped open a lion, everybody was like, how can he do that? Because he was skinny. It literally says that every time he showed strength, people were surprised that he showed strength, like that he was strong. Because he was more than likely scrawny. Like, think about it. Crackheads are strong, and most crackheads be like this big. But you be shocked when you see them carrying your sofa down the street, don't you? By themselves. Because crackheads got some strength, y'all. They be strong. And I believe same thing rings true for Samson. Samson wasn't jacked. He wasn't in the gym. Samson was a scrawny, skinny man. I just know he was. But you know what? When they depict his story in anything, like, because I think I seen a live action of Samson a very long time ago. It's really, really, really old. I was very young then. I'm 33 now, and I was a kid then when I saw that. He was muscular. He was jacked. And then I was watching this animated retelling of Samson's story on YouTube, and they depicted him as a muscular man as well. And then I have also done a Ghetto Bible tale on Samson a long time ago, and when I told that story, I initially pictured him as being super duper jacked, super duper muscular. But a few years ago, I had decided to start back reading my Bible, like start over reading the Bible again, and I ended up in Judges come across Samson's story, and that's when I picked up on a lot of the context clues that signaled that maybe he wasn't exactly a muscular guy, that he was probably really skinny and scrawny. And I don't think he was good looking either. Just from reading context clues. Like, he looked like Prince Charming with a 6-pack and standing at 6'1". No, he wasn't tall, dark, and handsome. He was a skinny little scrawny guy. And then he also could have been like really fat as well, because Samson, he had bad eating habits, which you can pick up on when you read in when you really read when you really try to pick up on the details. Like, there are little bitty comments that are made, and I think because he had no self-control sexually. He had no self-control when it came to food. Like, so he could have been a out of shape fat guy. But I think he was a little skinny, scrawny guy, and he just would lift up stuff, and everybody was like. But anyway, y'all, that's it for this little random video, this random Friday video. I hope that y'all like this video. I hope y'all like this little series. But if you can think of some little random stuff that you have grown up hearing about in church or whatever, leave a comment. Like, let me know what else y'all going through, like quotes or just little concepts that you've heard but haven't actually read about in the Bible. These are just some that I know of just because of how things were depicted to me growing up. So I would like to know what y'all are. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share it with all your friends, and you can request a topic or a story at ghettobibletales.com. Scroll down to the request section, leave your request there, or you can leave a comment in this video, or you can hit me up on Instagram, or you can comment on a post in the community tab on YouTube. Whatever it is, I read all of them, so you can communicate with me any kind of way, and I will respond to y'all. Thank y'all for watching this video. I will catch y'all next time on another Random Friday. Make sure you tune in every Sunday and every Wednesday for the regular Ghetto Bible Tales and the Simple Question series. I holla. I love y'all. And shout out to Tanya Brown for this red lipstick that she bought me for Christmas. Sis, I am wearing this. I love this color. Okay, anyway, bye y'all. Deuces.